Howdy, chat. How we feeling? Just shot up a beans can. Now that I think of it, most of my viewers are probably at school right now, unless they're from my school district. Anyway, let's get right into it. At Fort All Dead. Did I explore this place? I did. Right. If I didn't, I'll still have my binoculars, but I don't. Alright. Oh yeah. That's necromancy that I don't think I feel like getting into. I'll keep that active and explore. Let's head to the circus, I think. Whoa, what? With a shout, well, more of a loud hiss, a skeleton leaps at you from the underbrush. He's wearing a cavalry hat and has a cavalry saber, but isn't riding a cavalry horse, which I'm pretty sure is the main thing that differentiates cavalry from infantry, if not the only thing. We will fight the skeleton. I forgot how many of these things I had. I'm going to kill this guy instantly. Huzzah. I had an old cavalry hat. Well, this is a little weird. You didn't expect to find a circus all the way out here. There's basically nobody around for miles. There's a rodeo clown manning the ticket booth. Well, there hasn't actually been a rodeo since the cows came home, so I guess he's just a clown. Ugh, clowns. You are not liking painted mans? They're so creepy. When I was little, my uncle would give me nightmares with old stories about them. Yes, yes, old stories. Goblins are telling old stories too. Evil painted man and evil fire cows far, far below, always to fighting, many wars. Yeah, that's right. Supposedly rodeo clowns dress up like that because the first rodeos were reenactments of those battles, and it became a traditional thing. These men's just regular man's being. Painted man's from up here. Yeah, I know. Still creeps me out, though. And I just got a hat. Which is completely useless to me. I guess I'll sell that at some point. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say no. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir. How can I help you? I'd like to see the circus. Well, you came to the right place then. But if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. Presumably you can sell me one? I certainly can. That's my job after all. For you, sir, a ticket will cost 5,000 meat. Say what? Does it seem a bit high? I promise you, sir, at this price, it's a real steal. Well, you got that right. Why is it so expensive? Well, now, this is no podunk little traveling circus. We've got rides, games, food, and an amazing demonstration of knife throwing skill by none other than Barnaby Bob himself. Who's Barnaby Bob? Oh, the boss is a real master in knives. Let me tell you, he does this amazing stunt where he gets a volunteer from the audience up on stage and throws knives at them. He never misses his target. Did you leave at the part where he puts an apple on their head or something? What? Oh, right, sure. I don't care. You know, you aren't doing a very good job of selling me on this. Why, whatever do you mean? I will hornswoggle the clown. Look, I'll drop the act. You don't know who I am, do you? Should I? I'm Jay Maynard, Bureau of Traveling Entertainment Inspections. Bureau of... That's not a thing. Is that a thing? It's a thing. A very serious thing. And your ticket prices won't be an encouraging note in my report. Whoa, now hold on, Chief. I was just joshing you. Come on, you know how clowns do. Mm-hmm. So what's the actual fee? 500 meat. Okay. Let me just stamp your hand for re-entry. There you go. Enjoy the show. What about my partner? Partners get in free. Thanks. Just got 10% off by hornswoggling. As you enter the circus, the ticket booth clown shouts, "Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir." In an enthusiastic voice. You stroll into the circus, actually I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs, and find it almost entirely deserted. There aren't more than a dozen other patrons besides yourself. There are a bunch of clowns around working at the booths and so on. More clowns than customers, which is a little unsettling, but at least the lines won't be very long. Sounds good, I guess. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. When he sees he has your attention, he smiles and waggles the balloons at you enticingly. Howdy there, fella. Interested in a toy balloon? Not right now. Okay, kid, did you lose your parents? I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir? No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like? It's shiny steel and it's on a little chain. I'll let you know if I find it. The merry-go-round has a dirty canvas tarp over it. The sign says, "Condemned until further notice." We can encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor. Looking at all of this, such amazing. Guess it's a little intense if you're mostly used to the desert. Want a balloon? Yes. What is it? Yes. Haha. Hot food, cold drinks, tepid candy. Cotton candy, says the clown behind this food stand, then makes a fwoo noise with a slide whistle. Come try this just invented confectionery delight. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. He looks exactly like the other one, though I guess it's hard to tell really, with the makeup and all. I'm gonna test my aim. This appears to be a shooting gallery type carnival game. Well now, fella, I like to think I know a customer with a sharp eye and quick hand when I see one. How'd you like to test your skills against a game of dexterity? What's the game? Well, on the wall behind me, I've got a bunch of thick-skinned, under-inflated balloons. For 10 meat, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition, and your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one who beats it. What's the prize? A ticket to the stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend. I'll give it a shot. The clown hands you the cheap pistol and gestures at the balloons behind him. Shoot backwards and cross-eyed, shoot from the hip, shoot like the wind, shoot like a jaguar. You're not sure exactly how a jaguar shoots, but presumably it's pretty good. You clear nearly the entire wall of balloons, and the clown looks genuinely impressed. Well, I'll be. Looks like you win. Congratulations on the finest shooting I've seen in quite a time. Circus show ticket. The show will be starting soon, so don't miss it. How much are the balloons? 30 meat. What colors are there? They're just red. How do you make them float like that? Well, there's nothing to it. Heck, they all float around here. Ho ho. Of course. I'll take one. Can you tell me more about your circus? Really, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. Ho ho. What would you like to know? Who's this Barnaby Bob guy? Oh, the boss is a real famous showman. Though I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him around here. Ho ho. Got an eye like a hawk, and he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss his show. It's a real highlight of the carnival. See you around, clown. Catch you later, like an alligator. I'm gonna go see the show. Actually, I'm going to see the sideshow first. The clown is presumably selling tickets to the sideshow. Howdy, fella. Can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the sideshow? What all do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks, not just freaks. Gosh, how much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. For everyone else, 300 meat. I'm in. You won't be disappointed, and in the event that you are disappointed, no refunds. He takes your meat and stamps your hand. There you go, enjoy. And I go. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in, take your time, have a good look around. Just remember, no touching. Over here is weird mirrors. This mirror somehow shows you what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles, and the flickering lantern light almost looks like he winks at you. Yikes. This mirror makes you look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling, and your muscles ache a little sympathetically. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squashed looking, folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how the image changes. It's kind of amusing. These shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says, "Clown eggs." In the circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent, and the ticket seller clown out front. Inspect more closely. Hey, step back please, no touching. Sorry, leave the shelf. These shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. Real weird looking things. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A three-headed kitten. Some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs. A twisted Mobius loop of a snake without a head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others, and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles, over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Got you pretty good there, buddy. What was that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. Should have seen your face. You about jumped right out of your boots. Cringe. This guy is a startling sight, even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Hello there, I'm Jay. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. You move a little to the side and lean over the road to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance, a guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice 2 things though. First, he has an odd lump at the, well, what you would call the base of his skull if he had one. A sort of crumpled, fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. Second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. So, this circus gig, how do you like it? His hands slowly curl into fists, and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see. Understand, I mean. Do you blink? Or wink, I guess? I guess not. See you around. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Hello there, welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas. Hi, I'm Jay. Delighted to meet you. So what's your deal? Why am I in a sideshow, you mean? Well, yeah, you seem perfectly normal. How forthright of you. Of course, it is only natural to wonder. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with two front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da. He sits back down. As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. What in the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah. How is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the now back of his head, so his other face can take a puff. Are you... what's the phrase? Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. Two minds in one body, with two faces? It would be closer to the truth to say two instances of the same mind, with, as you say, two faces. You're right. That doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles, and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to. That much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. No apologies necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Talk to you later, Douglas. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely. Hello there. Enjoying the carnival? It's interesting. I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Why are you in a box? First things first, we haven't been introduced yet. Oh, I'm Jay. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Jay. I'm Janet. Hi, Janet. So, why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside? Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown, and he moseys over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears, and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates, then begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? It's horrifying. Like something out of a nightmare. Yes, that's an accurate description. I'm sorry, I hope I haven't insulted you. No offense taken. I've only seen it myself once, in a mirror. It took quite a while to get used to the situation. Examine her workings. You watch the various liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but it is indeed educational. +3 melee attack damage. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry, it must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Well, it was nice to meet you. So long. Good luck, Jay. Sorry, I just wanted to slide for as long as I could. Now let's go take a look at the main show, the main stage even. This extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance of some sort of stage. The stage show ain't till later. When? Later. Yeah, but when exactly? Later. Okay, geez. What an asshole. Let's see if I can't do this. Give it a little, give it a lot. The clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding them up with the backs to you. You manage to guess a few, but not very many. Don't feel bad, friend. That's about average. Not good enough to win a prize, though. Darn. And might. Give it a shot. Hit it kind of hard. Yeah, I'm not getting more of that. I guess we'll come back here later. I think I'll wander. As the trail curves through a patch of marshy ground, you catch a whiff of something worse than swamp gas. It's a stank-o-bove, a cow skull floating in a cloud of noxious vapors, and it saw you before you even smelled it. We'll fight. We'll kill it immediately. Dang, I'm strong. Coleridge Mine. Mug of cactus beer. There's a row of lockers here, must have been used for storing the personal effects of the fellows who used to work this mine. The first one is labeled Ellsbury WM and doesn't have a lock on it. The label on the second one is covered in some kind of white goo. The third one is labeled Loose Ben and has a combination lock on it. The first locker, Ellsbury's helmet and a bottle of laudanum. Open the second locker. You open the door to reveal a skeleton covered in the same white goo that was on the outside of the locker. Ah, you get it. This guy must have died after his co-workers played a prank on him where they stuffed him into his locker and then filled it with shaving cream. I can't believe you dang jerk stuffed me into my locker and then filled it with shaving cream. I died from that, yells the skeleton, confirming both your insight and his vengeful, murderous intent. I will fight him. A shaving cream covered skeleton who will die immediately. I'm just that strong. Open the third locker. I don't know the combo. That's cringe. Whoa, this just opens into onto a 30-foot shaft. You're gonna need a rope or something. I guess I don't have any of that. I guess I'll leave. Dynamite Dan's Discount Dynamite Dare House. Let's go there. A year's supply of dynamite. Contains enough dynamite for a whole year. Dynamite 1 year is stenciled on this crate in an official looking typeface. I don't want these ghost pickles. Or necromancy. Grave dirt's useful. I'll have to come back here to buy that year's supply of dynamite. Okay, snakes. I'm good with snakes. Let's deploy some snakes. And goblin grunts. I'm too strong for these things. Snake spleen and rattlesnake skin. I don't want rattlesnake skins. Manifest Destiny Railroad Company camp. This guy should never be put in charge of a switch. He's too busy playing with his watch to get any work done. Ask him where he got it. Say, that's a nice watch. Where'd you get it? I bought it from this gal who runs this gal what runs a store down south of here. Name of Buttonwillow McSomething. Where's the store exactly? Oh, you can't miss it. It's right between a cactus and a different cactus. He points to a spot on your map. Buttonwillow McKittrick's store. Thanks. Don't mention it. No, really. Thanks a lot. Sure. Don't mention it. I mean it. I really appreciate you telling me where that store is. Really, it's no trouble at all. Don't mention it. I mean it. I've run out of ways to thank you, but I really do want you to know that I'm very grateful for your help. His face starts to turn red. Do not mention it. He looks about ready to punch you if you don't knock it off. Okay, don't mention it. She's not getting much track-laid, but she's an expert whistler. You approach the beleaguered-looking man with the tiny glasses. Howdy there. Who's in charge of this outfit? If I'm being charitable, I'd say that the fellow over there in the white hat is the foreman. He points to the man next to the huge pile of rocks. And if you're not, then I'd say that paperbacked idiot over there in the absurd white hat is the fellow you're looking for. Alrighty, thanks. Hi, are you in charge? I was wondering if there's anything I can do to help. You want to know something? I love trains. Oh? Ever since I was a little boy, huge, magnificent, roaring iron beasts. They were magical to me, like dragons. When the opportunity arose to take on management of this rail line, I jumped on it like a shot. And you know what I learned? What's that? Organizing and building and running one of these operations is the most amazing pain in the ass you will ever imagine. You want to help? Congratulations, you're the new foreman. I'm going home to play with my models. Swell. Well, I've got the hat for it, if a little bit dirty. I guess I'm the boss now? Well, now, I suppose you can't be any worse than that last clown. Name's Smee. I'm your assistant. What's the situation? Well, I'm sure you didn't miss seeing the giant pile of rocks blocking our path. The surveyors say there isn't any other suitable mountain pass, so we can't reroute around it even if we had the months it'd take. Any ideas? Well, by my calculations, we could dynamite it clear without too much trouble. Problem is, it'll take a lot of dynamite. A whole year's worth, I figure. We used to keep that much on hand, for emergencies just such as this one. But a pack of goblins stole it all, sneaky little varmints. I'll get it back for you. Glad to hear it. The goblins are holed up over in Stavson Gulch. It's a real rough place. You might want to spend some time getting the lay of the land and honing your fighting skills before you head that way. Especially if you plan to go in guns blazing. We don't need that specific dynamite, though. Any you can lay your hands on would be fine, so long as there's enough of it. I'll look into it. I don't have enough money for buying it. I'm going to go to Buttonwillow's store. Shelves laden with various goods. This barrel smells like pickle and looks like an empty pickle barrel. At first you're excited because you think this barrel is full of pickles, but they turn out to be novelty rubber pickles. The woman behind the counter stares at you with a huge grin on her face. She gestures at the goods she's got for sale. What goods has she for— Lockpicking book! Oh my god, so many books. Let's buy a hammer, because I don't have one of those yet. I do have too many shovels, though. That was a good shop. Give this to Gary, a deliciousness. He is powerful. Locks and how to pick them. Lockpicking expertise. After you're done reading it, you donate it to a local orphanage. Soon those orphans will be able to make their escape. Go, orphans, go. Modern snake oiler. Big spleen, a perk that allows you consume more potions in a day. Quick on the jaw, a skill that increases your speed. Or strong medicine, a combat skill that temporarily increases your muscle mysticality and moxie. I'll go with quick on the jaw. You practice the techniques described in the article until you're moving so quickly that you can't even see yourself. Then you notice that you also can't see the magazine. You must have dropped it somewhere while you were moving so fast. Whoops. That's pretty cool. We're gonna go to Fort Cowardice. You come across the corpse of a cowboy. How do you know it's the corpse of a cowboy? Well, you see by his outfit that he's a cowboy, and you see by his lack of flesh that he's a corpse. Give him a proper burial. You dig up a grave and put the cowboy's remains in it. It was the least I could do. Binoculars. Butterfield Ranch. Keep Fort Cowardice beautiful. Where's the ranch that I just saw? There's the ranch that I just saw. There's stuff everywhere in this game. It's a tuna cactus. A can of tuna. You're gonna have to deal with this cow if you want to explore this area. Okay. Predictably, he does not have enough health to withstand my bullets. You got an item. Tainted beefsteak. Increases your muscle. I don't want that. Extra thick leather. Needle in a haystack. Hee-haw. There's something buried in the smoldering embers. Dig in. Red hot poker. Why, I reckon I hardly know of her. Deals hot damage instead of physical, but I think that's less damage than my current weapon. Yeah. Yep. You notice some words carved into the side of the outhouse. Curly was here. Wait a second. You recognize that name? Curly. Curly Butterfield. The Legend of Curly's Meat. Looks like maybe this outhouse is worth investigating. Investigate it. Luckily, you don't actually have to go inside the outhouse, because once you open the door, you find a map scratched onto the inside of it. It appears to lead to Coleridge Mine, just west of where you are right now. There's an inset map of the mine itself with a big X scrawled between three strange triangular icons. Curious. I'm not... To your horror, you see that every single cow in the Butterfield dairy herd is now an ungulus, an infernal cow spirit bound in stone. They're not dangerous unless you get near them. Walk among them. Predictably, it is worthless. Menudo geode. Brass bull ring. Okay, I can't actually... Okay, so that's just a bunch of combat I could do if I wanted to. Coleridge Mine. I've been there. Yo, I love these things. And these things cannot take my gun. I'm too strong. Alright. Now, where's those triangles? Oh. I don't have the rope. Let's actually check on my, this stuff. I could increase my quick on the jaw. I could increase my hornswoggling. I could do both. Yeah, we'll do both. I think. There we go. Done my up-leveling for the time being. There's the professor's house. We're going to the professor's house to give him these bits I found. Good to see you again. Have you got those 5 piles of scrap yet? Oh, I need 5. Wait, what was that about ley lines? Do you know anything about ley lines? I don't hold much with that mystical mumbo-jumbo. It's very unscientific, but it does come up in my research from time to time, so I can give you a basic overview. He draws some curved, intersecting lines on a piece of paper and explains how they relate to local geography and so-called mystical forces. Most of it goes over your head, but you think you got the basics. This is an illustration of the basic principles of ley geography. It's simple enough to understand by a layman. The diagram is surprisingly comprehensible. You stick it into your necromancer journal. West of the necromancer's lair is west of the mountains. Using a ley line diagram, you narrow the location of the necromancer's lair down to a handful of possible locations based on the unseen currents of energy that riddle the land. Looks like that's everything you got so far. I just got more XP. Now, let's go to Gustavson Gulch. Let's go there, actually, because I would rather do literally anything other than advance the main plot line with this game, because I want to explore everything there is to explore. This knapsack seems like it's taken a lot of abuse recently. Potted meat. Increases everything by 5 for the day. Not bad. Yikes, you think maybe this used to be a person? This human is popped. Gary did not know a human is to popping. Or, no, we don't. Not in the sense I think you mean, anyway. This meat. It is a very large all of it. A human contains all of this? I guess. Ugh, I could not bear to carrying all of that. So squishy. There are cow tracks leading away from the mangled corpse. It probably wouldn't be hard to follow them. Follow them. Let's follow them. You follow the cow tracks for 100 yards or so, after which they stop suddenly. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest nearby. Darn. Your El Vibrato transponder starts insisting that you head into a labyrinthine network of box canyons. Deep within the boxiest of canyons, you find a box of El Vibrato stuff. 3 scraps and a punch card. Let's see if the professor has anything to say about the punch card. Okay. 4 out of 5 scraps found. Hey, it's a human person. Hey, human person. Away to going. It's my cactus that's mine and not yours. Hello. Hello, how are you? I will not your cactus taking. Good, yes. Good, hello. Why are you two chopping a cactus down? Why? What a lot of uses. To building, to burning, to eating. Little toothpicks. Check it out of its meat. Would you like some help to cutting these down? Yes, I to thanking. Help, yes. And meat to paying you. Great. You'll have to show me what to do first. To doing. The goblin chops down a cactus to demonstrate, but you don't think you've quite got the idea, so you have him chop down another one, and then another one. By the time you think you understand all the cacti cut. Fortunately, he paid you in advance. Sweet. I love money. Who are you? A fancily dressed goblin steps forward. Hi, hello, being a mayor. Welcome. Now going away, please. What's up, Gary? It's okay, I will handling this. Gary and the mayor converse for a bit, too quickly for you to follow what they're saying. What did he say? He is saying, okay for giving dynamite, boom, but you having to riddling first. Riddling? Yes, yes. A contest game. Okay, let's having it. A crazy thing, having no legs in morning, and no legs afternoon, and also no legs having at night. What is that? Hey, Gary not helping? That would be cheating. Bad, bad, bad. A snake. Nope, this answer is no good. Wrong, a snake having 1 legs. Oh. A no-leg horse. An egg. Okay, yes, an egg having no legs ever. Correct. Well, except if hatching into something that legs having. But then it's not egg anymore, so who caring? Okay, sure. Next riddle. More eating, lighter getting. Lighter getting, shorter living. What am I? A fire. Fire is not alive. An egg. Damn it. A mayor. Okay, yes, I am a mayor. Correct, hooray. Okay, last riddle, here it is. Metal thing with little teeth, in a hole while turning around, entrance to my house is found. Where is it? An egg? No, did looking there already. In your vest pocket? Nope. In your hat? Nope. Under your welcome mat? Fucking excuse you. Help. Ah. Hooray, hello. Hello, Goblin Village. How nice to introducing you. I must admit, I am curious. I'll let you do the talking. Okay, a goblin right here standing. Let's get greeting them. Also, Gary found a key. So, I have it. I have it. Here. Yay, you solving it. You winning riddling contest for sure. Here, you can dynamite having. Don't eating it all at once. Apparently I can't go any further in. So now I can go to the railroad camp. I feel like I'm missing like 4 places though. Someone's left a bundle of dynamite on the ground. You approach it cautiously. I'll take it. 4 dynamite. Any luck finding a year's supply of dynamite? The passengers are getting restless. Yup. Good, perfect. This'll do the trick just fine. Hang back for a bit while I get the fellows to set up the charges, and I'll let you do the honors. Smee consults with the other workers, and they inspect the rocks for a time. Eventually one of them shrugs, pushes the whole crate of dynamite up next to the rocks, and wires up a detonator. Alright, let her rip. Don't you have a longer detonator cable? Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just give me a 3 count before you hit the plunger, so I have time to get on the train. Okay. This better work. Kablooey. What the holy heck is that thing? Damn it. There's a very large and very angry looking guy, standing here. Apparently it's a little peeved at having a year's supply of dynamite blown up next to its butt while it was sleeping. How are you going to handle this? I'm going to hornswoggle it. You gotta get out of here. There's a huge flood coming down the mountain pass. You'll be worn down to smooth round pebbles. Don't worry about us, just save yourself. The rock monster stomps away in a panic. All in a day's work. Huzzah. Well now, that is as fine a day's work as I ever seen. Much obliged, friend. We'll be getting the rest of this track laid down and head out now. Here, I'll mark a route on your map for you, in case our paths happen to cross again. The Manifest Destiny Railroad Company camp. Thanks, but can't I just ride the train? Got a ticket? Huh, just kidding. Of course you don't. Every seat on this train is sold out. Sorry, boss. The remains of your triumph over that crazy rock pile / guy. Alright. So, we could go over there. I'm gonna go... I'm just gonna wander for a bit. Get bent and or lost. Trick her out of her boots. Listen, those nice boots of yours are getting covered with dust from all this hard riding. Fortunately, I'm running horseback shoe shine. Horseback shoe shine? That's fun to say, but it don't make a lick of sense. Sure it does. You don't need your boots on when you're riding, so it's the perfect opportunity. Just 2 meat and I'll shine them up real nice for you. That's a pretty good deal. Okay. She reaches down and pulls off her boots and hands them to you, whereupon you haul on your reins, wheeling your horse around and galloping away in the opposite direction. By the time the bandit realizes what's happened, it's far too late for her to catch up to you. Works every time. Hightailing boots. Am I wearing boots at this point? Slipknot's boots, yeah, but the ones I've got give me moxie. Which is more important than speed. Let's go to the professor's house. Yo, Snake Spring. Hot coffee. An endless stream of snakes pours out of the hole in the canyon wall. I'll grab a handful. Yeah, sure. I'll just shoot him. Easy. Stern's Ranch. One needle, another needle, a third needle. Okay, let's deal with that later. It's a crate with a lock and a full canteen. Puts out fires. Harvesting. Cactus bits. Between the smoke and the noise, you're guessing that the contents of this outhouse are more dangerous than average outhouse contents. Ow, ow. Smoking chrysanthemum. 2 spell damage. Looks like Jethro's bones were dug up by some varmint or other. Charred locket. Can I look at this? Yes. The lock on this locket reminds you why they call it a locket. Pick the locket lock. Picture of Mary Stearns. A faded daguerreotype of a little girl. The name Mary is written on the back. Okay. On the back is written Mary Stearns, Thanksgiving 1894. Sad. Fight. The fool. Never stood a chance. I got a toilet pistol. Stench and poison. Seven to 8 deals extra damage against cows and other demonic creatures. 3 to 4 stench. Nah. I'll keep my anti-demon gun. There are still some beans in this pot. Blackened beans. Spell damage. Pick the lock. Stock certificate. This is a certificate entitling the bearer to 11 shares of Western Munitions Inc., a company based in New York. All of the books on the shelf are burned, but you notice something strange about the back of the shelf. Your deft fingers find a hidden catch, and the back panel of the shelf slides away to reveal a secret compartment. Mary Stearns' diary. The toy box contains a single object, a creepy burnt porcelain doll. Talk to it. It's the work of a moment to fix the doll's voice box. Pull the string. You pull the string. The doll's eyes roll back into its head, and its mouth begins to move. Hi, I'm Grace. What's your name? None of your business, doll. The doll's head shakes back and forth violently. Hee hee, you're funny. Do you want to play with me? Yes, let's play. Hooray, Mary used to play with me, but we didn't get to finish our tea party before she went away. Will you help me finish it? Sure. Hooray, the game is almost over. Mary did such a good job. Go downstairs and get my cup. Do you know the magic word to make the mean cow let you into a secret room? No, what is it? The magic word is peanut butter. You shudder as you realize that talking dolls haven't been invented yet. Spooky. First, let's read the diary. The first page says in a little girl's handwriting, "This is the diary of Mary Stearns." The AI in diary are crossed out and IA. Oh, it says dairy. This is the diary of Mary Stearns. The AI and dairy are crossed out and IA written above them. The diary starts out as typical kid stuff. You flip ahead until you notice the writing getting shakier. Found a dolly under a cactus out back, and she told me your name was Grace. Mom and Papa don't believe me that she talks. They say I got a big imagination. Grace says the cows are gonna get us, but Papa says we'll be okay because this weren't never a cow ranch. Grace says he's wrong, but Papa won't believe me. Grace says she can keep the cows away, but I have to play tea party with her. I don't like this kind of tea party, but Grace says it's important to keep the cows away. Mama was sad that they couldn't find Effie. Papa said she's been gone so long and they should put a cross up, but Mama won't let him because she thinks she'll come back. Papa says she's only 11, and how far could she have gone? And Mama started crying again. Don't want to play tea party anymore, but Grace says I has to. Papa was out 2 days looking for Joey, but of course he didn't find him. Mama cries so much. I tried to tell her him and Effie are helping keep the cows away, but she don't understand. I told Grace I'm not playing tea party again, but she says I gotta, and if I don't, cows will eat all 3 of us. She says either I get Mama or Papa to play, or else I gotta play by myself. That's the last entry. Spooky. I don't have safe cracking. There's still some food on the shelf. Jellied escargot. So, Moxie, medley damage, or muscle by 3. Whisper peanut butter. The Stearns Ranch altar room. Atop the sinister-looking altar sits a copper goblet filled with what appears to be blood. Destroy the goblet. You don't know what this is, but you know it's abominable. You grab the goblet and smash it against the altar. Everywhere the blood lands, cracks appear. The altar groans as it crumbles into ruin. And how? And the doll's gone. No way, I never grabbed the doll. I'm gonna go yell at the doll now. Hey doll, I broke your altar. What do you think of that? You'll live to regret this, hee hee. Well, that's only a little bit ominous. Wander. A skeleton approaches you in that jittery stop-motion way that skeletons do. Judging by its hat, it appears to be the old skeleton of a beanslinger. You remember the classic saying, old beanslingers die like normal people, but sometimes they keep walking around and casting spells at you afterward. Chicken, take its hat. Oh, now this won't do at all. Your posture is terrible. You look like you died of scoliosis. Come on now, shoulders back, spine straight, that's a little better, but geez. Look at the curve in the neck. Hold still for a second. With a sharp twist, you pop the skeleton's skull right off, take its hat, and toss the skull away. The rest of the body scampers off to try to find it. Cowboy chef's hat. Foraging. There's more to find out here. In one way or another, I need more El Vibrato tech. Yo, let's go. Professor. Leave it be. Professor. I've got 5 pieces. I've got 5 bits. Good to see you again. Have you found those 5 piles of scrap yet? Got 'em right here. He ambles over to a strange contraption in the corner of the room and begins to tinker. Great, let me just... yep, okay. This will do the trick. Let me just get this running and then you'll be able to grab a keystone from it. It'll take another 5 scrap for each one you need. Are you familiar with the Lost Dutch Oven mine? Grim place, but that's where I found the chassis for that fabricator, wedged behind an unusual pile of rocks. Seems like a good place to start hunting. Alright, I'm on it. Hold on, do I have enough for another one? Take a keystone to the Lost Dutch Oven. Okay. Keystone. Miscellany. Whatever. What's important is that I go to the Lost Dutch Oven mine. Or wherever. Lost Dutch Oven mine. Blossom Gin. Wow, those are some stinky fishes. I can't get any closer, not without some stench resistance, at least. The stench here is barely tolerable. These lockers are all unlabeled and unlocked. Miner's pants and gas mask. This thing was hard to see out of even before it sat in a dusty mine for 15 years. I don't know what kind of tobacco these miners are chewing, but it must be extra corrosive because this brass spittoon has a hole eaten through the bottom and dark stains underneath it where the spit leaked out. Although oddly, it doesn't seem to be leaking now, and it's half full. I guess the miners plugged a hole with something. Inspect it. It's a spittoon. It's disgusting. You can practically see the stink lines coming off of it. Come on, let's not do this. I will inspect the spittoon. Ah, geez. Fine, okay. You crouch down and take a careful look at the filthy spittoon. The inside is blackened with years' worth of stains. The death broth inside has a rainbow sheen like a parking lot oil spill, and occasionally a little bubble pops on the surface. You can actually feel a slight warmth radiating off of it from whatever dire chemical reaction is taking place in there. Realize you're holding your breath, not deliberately, but from the human body's natural instinct for self-preservation. Inhale. Imagine someone made a big pot of chili con carne and left it under the porch. 3 rats crawl into the pot, eat half the chili, and then die. A week later, a family of cockroaches takes up residence among the writhing maggots. The cockroaches smoke thick black cigars, which they light with tufts of burning human hair. That is what it smells like. I will search. Fortunately for you, the rainbow-colored film on the surface of the liquid coats your hand as you plunge into the toxic stew, keeping it from being immediately dissolved down to the bones. The smell intensifies, and your stomach prepares to hose the poisons off of your arm with a high-pressure stream of vomit. Keep searching. Your fingers touch something at the bottom of the spittoon. Better pull it out fast while you still have something to pull with. Pull. You pull the world's most disgusting pair of pants out of the spittoon, and jump back as the hole at the spittoon's bottom, now unplugged, begins to leak steaming filth. Congratulations. You are now the proud owner of the worst object I've ever been paid to think about, narrowly defeating a leather bondage harness made from the skin of a clown. That doesn't give me any moxie though, but I don't actually think... Okay, this is just strictly better than my miner's pants. A crate of mining supplies, you assume? Dynamite and kerosene. The elevator mechanism is all rusty. Oil. You lubricate the elevator liberally. You emerge from the elevator into a deeper shaft. By the light of your lantern, you see exposed meat veins on nearly every surface. It's unusual that there would be this much readily available meat left in a working mine. What were they digging for, if not this? This guy is totally out of it. He's gibbering and drooling, and doesn't seem to even see you. Try to talk to him. Hey buddy, are you okay? Gablob rob bibble berto gorto glub. Uh-huh. You wave your hand in front of his face, but he doesn't react at all. Shovels dulled to uselessness, a broken pickaxe. Was one of the miners digging with his helmet? Ugh, looks like a miner died trying to dig deeper with their hands. An ominous ladder leading down into a deep dark pit. This gem is pretty, but it smells terrible. Amazing. This guy seems to have gnawed off his own hand before he died. You're starting to feel very uneasy. This guy worked his fingers to the bone digging, and then worked his bones to the marrow. The hair on the back of your neck stands up. These scratches are just painted on, in blood. Your heart is pounding. The gouge marks are dark with blood. You have to get out of this pit right now. As you get near the rocks, the voices in your head begin screaming too loudly to ignore. You have to get out of this pit right now. I'm gonna go tell the professor that sucked. Alright, Buster, this is a stick-up. Hand over the meat. You don't seem to have a gun. How about I just punch you out and leave instead? Ha! I'd like to see you try, because I've invented an anti-punching ring, and that would help me test it. Connor out of some meat. An anti-punching ring, you say? That's pretty good. You know what you need to go with? An anti-kicking rock. You've just picked that rock up off the ground. You surprised me, and I dropped it. Look, see these little flecks of quartz? That's the crystal relay that holds the anti-gate magic. I bought it from Goblin Sage for 25 meat. Since you're a member of the scientific community, I'll be happy to sell it to you for only 30. Okay, you've got a deal. Great. I love conning people out of their money. Oh, I need to make a keystone. Howdy there, I'm Wanderin' Sally. Howdy, Sally, I'm Jay. What's your line? Trading. I wander all around these lands, just like it says on the label, and I buy a little here and sell a little there to make my way. Care to see the wares? Sure. Toasty. What are you selling? You are selling a bag of shroom grow. And needles. Fungicide bomb. What's on my lapel right now? Smoking chrysanthemum. Okay. I'm going to buy that lucky marigold. Alright, let's go. Onward we slide. Downward we go. This pile was pretty obviously made on purpose. Closer inspection reveals that the stones are mortared together. What could be hidden in here? Talk the rocks into leaving. You are one smooth talker. Yes, I am. There's a trapezoidal piece missing from this weird crossbar thing. Insert a keystone. Insert the keystone. Insert the keystone in the crossbar. Snick, enter the portal. You bend over to examine the device and accidentally stub your toe on it. It hurts, but the box moves. It must be lighter than it looks. El vibrato device. It says, Nakorko pacha no nokbe zavesam cholacho puchazeve, or something like that. What's this thing? Ah, no! You have learned the El vibrato word for toilet. The monolith is dark. Okay, I need another keystone. The strange device has 3 buttons on top of it. Push the first one. All 3 of them are sunk into the device though and unpushable. Okay, let's fight this thing. And kill it instantly. Yo, it's an El vibrato farm. Let's put out some snakes. And also some goblin grunts. Okay, snakes are not worth it. I died. Let's see the third one. Oh, this is gonna suck. Is there anything with it? No. Okay. Let's just fan hammer the circle. I forgot I couldn't do that. Let's just hi-ya the circle. It's just that easy, chat. Sometimes it really is just that easy. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the professor's house. You find a pair of binoculars hanging on a passing cactus. I mean a cactus you're passing, not a cactus that's passing you. It only looked like it was passing you because of your frame of reference. Disposable binoculars. Good to see you again. Have you had the chance to take a keystone to the Lost Dutch Oven mine and look for an unusual pile of rocks? You can always make a keystone with 5 more El Vibrato scrap in that machine over there. I have indeed. I show him the strange device. I found a thing. Aha, a marvelous find. This device makes batteries. Or will, once I fixed it. Batteries? Yep. The El Vibratoans power their portable equipment with little electric marbles, like the one I put in your transponder. I'm sure I don't have to tell you, a regular source of those will be incredibly useful. Awesome. We're going to take another keystone back over there. Tombstone pizza. Man, I could go for some pizza. Onward and downward. Sucks that I have to walk through this whole place to get to the important bit. There's a strange cloth loop inside. At least it feels more or less like cloth of vibrato loop. Try it on. As you place the ring on your head, two things happen. One is that it begins humming and shimmering in that weird way El vibrato things shimmer. And the other is that you suddenly feel as if you put earplugs in your brain. Your thoughts get weirdly quiet. Weird. I'll say it's weird and not entirely pleasant. You take off the headband. This headband contains some sort of ancient machinery that prevents psychic waves from passing through it. -5. Why would I ever put this on? This headband is thinner than most El vibrato stuff. You could probably break it in a scrap pretty easily. Nah, I'll ask the good doctor about this. And not the doctor, the professor. I need more scrap though. Actually, one of the Butterfield Ranch, I think. I needed a higher lockpick than I had when I went through here last time. To get in here. Pick the lock. Lockpick and 2 plus needle. Wow, they had a lot of spare churns in here. Pile of loose boards. Jars of milk mostly evaporated. Salvage what you can. 3 tainted milk. Increases your mysticality by 11 and your speed by 5 for the rest of the day. Weird. It's an old toy box. Toy skeletons. Alright, I guess I'll just have to sell that. Alright, back to the Lost Dutch open mine. Howdy, Jay. Interested in trading? You betcha. Blank postcard. I don't need more than that. Your El vibrato transponder thing starts bleeping at you, and you play hot and cold with it until you find a weird looking crate hidden behind some rocks. Some scraps and a punch card. How much scraps does that leave me with? 4. Anyway. Offhand, sweet small flowers. Offhand, souvenir spoon. And onward we go. That guy's still crazy. Guess I'm gonna fight some El vibrato constructs. Five scraps, 2 punch cards. I don't know what the punch cards are for yet. Thankfully nothing too dangerous in this one. Pretty simple combat. I might say best to get it all over with at the same time, but it also maybe not. You know? Shouldn't be more entertaining to go do one at a time. And back down. And onward we go. Now I have to figure out which one I want to put the battery into. The machine. The machine is dark. There's a circular hole in the bottom. The screen says Chalachoku's Crow, and there's a button at the bottom labeled Oziv Chalacho. Push it. Yo, the door opened. Machine on this side of that weird transport thing is busted. The piece that's pretty obviously broken. Glowing letters read, I can't read that. There's a big cylinder on top of this big rectangle. Elevator cylinder. I'm going to bring that to the professor. This cave-in looks like it happened a long, long time ago. Professor. Professor, what is this? Oh, dang it, he doesn't know. Or at least he won't tell me. Which means I need to go back there and fight more stuff. Old grave. Dig it up. Handful of old coins. Old wedding ring. Why did I even do that? Back down we go. We'll close that for now. Oh, come on. Oops, all circles. We won. Complicated Elvira punch card. This is a piece of thick paper with dozens of square holes punched in it. It looks like the ones they used for the census back in '90, but way more complicated. In the name of making this not last any longer than it needs to, I will use an item there. Oh, come on. Just try that, won't you? Yo, a free keystone. Not bad. Need to make another battery, though. A bunch of skeletons. Easy as that. Fabricate the battery. Increase my hornswogglin and moxie and muscle. Alright. This should be the last thing we need to take down there. Unless I forgot that there's actually another thing in the second chamber. And for now, I'll just keep the sweet smelling flowers on because it's getting exhausting switching so much. Insert battery. You insert the battery into the monolith and it springs to life. Everything goes blue for a second. I got 100 XP and the effect energized, which gives me +2 of each thing. You learned 2 more El Vibrato words. Whoa, is that all that was? Ah, that's where the cylinder goes. Spring Lucky Kitten, a giant, untrustworthy alien mechanical kitten. Okay, now what? Nothing at this place yet. I guess I'll go tell the professor about this. Or not. I guess I'll just check the other side of the canyon. No. I go to Stern Ranch and wander. Scam some food off it. Goblin sandwich. Nice. Match, kerosene, spiked coffee. Devil cow. I don't think I'm finding anything else over here. The old medicine show. Gary has something to say. Weird feelings, a sensation of puzzling from that direction coming. Snake pieces. Potion making equipment. Oils I have known. Teaches you how to make advanced oozes, oils, and potions. Boozes, oils, and potions. Potionology. I can brew up snake oil concoctions. A spleen. With a liver. Venomous bullet oil. A spleen and a liver. Flammable bullet oil. Venom gland with a spleen. Patent liver tonic. Venom gland and a liver. Patent moisturizer. Oh, I'm all livers. Stop chemistrizing. That's a new skill. The West Pole. Soup stock load. Yuck, a yucca. A lodestone ring. I love money. Hammer and monkey wrench. I didn't have a monkey wrench before. A pool of boiling soup. Cultist mask. There's a sign that says 3,200 pounds pressure required and some sort of gauge which currently reads 0. 411, 822, 117. What just happened? Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. So the 7-bolt adds 161. $411, $295, 161. I could calculate this, but I think I'm just gonna continue trying to trial and error it. Nope. Okay. Okay. Very, very close. I'll leave this alone for now. I'm getting bored of it. Stardust. My pick melted. That sucks. I think that was my only pickaxe. Yeah. Damn. Alright, that's all there is to this location. Fight. Destroy. Back to the train. The guy stopped messing with his watch and I started eating jelly beans. What you got there, jelly beans? Oh, yep. Can I have one? Nope. Where'd you get them? A little way south of here, from a fellow named Roy Bean. Roy Bean's House of Justice and Jelly Beans. Howdy, boss. Howdy, Smee. Stuck again? Yep. Got ourselves one hell of a canyon to get across and no materials for bridge building. There's an old mine town up north called Brentwood. They opened a lumber camp after the mine dried up. If you can fix a deal with them for the lumber we may need, I can handle the engineering side of things. Okay, where is it? Smee marks the location of the Brentwood camp on your map. Of course, anything you can find to build a bridge out of is fine by me, but that seems like the simplest option. I'll see what I can do. It's one of those pay telescopes for tourists. This one was designed by a promising young artist named Edvard Munch. You pay your meat and look through the telescope at the big canyon. It sure is big. It'll take quite a bridge to get across that thing, that's for sure. Yup. That's the tower in the distance. Or something. Looks like a tower. Let's go to Brentwood. You know a town's gone apart when the horses are drunk. Brentwood Mayo. Howdy, Mayor. I'm Jay Maynard. We're here on behalf of the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company. We need to build a bridge in a hurry, so I'm here to cut a deal with you for the lumber. Alright, I believe we can scrape together that much wood. What sort of down payment are you offering? Oh, I sort of expected you'd just bill us. Not that much lumber with no payment up front? Are you serious? I can probably offer you free train rides. I do enjoy a nice trade ride, but that deal would be a real problem. And I've already got 7 problems to worry about. Oh? The mayor glances at a list of problems posted on the wall and paces around nervously, offer to help with his problems. Maybe I could help with some of your problems. Oh, thank you. I'd certainly welcome any assistance you can offer. There's, let's look at the skeleton raids. There's a military cemetery not far from here, and I figure something must have happened to the caretaker because military skeletons keep wandering out this way and causing a ruckus. Sounds good to me. Military cemetery. Hand over all your bread or I'll bludgeon you to death. Geez, you sure like bread, huh? Yeah, it's kind of my thing. Frighten him away. Listen, we don't have time to fight. Didn't you hear? There's a huge swarm of weevils headed this way. Whoa, weevils? A plague of weevils. If you don't run away now, then it'll be on your own bread. He screams and rides away at a gallop. I'm so good at hornswoggling. It's your partner. Another goblin telling Gary once about a place near here. What kind of place? A very weird place. All seeing through it. What? Okay. There's a shovel, and coffins, a caretaker's shanty. You poke around in the shed. The caretaker appears to have been shirking his duties for quite a while, judging by the dust and cobwebs. Looks like the mayor was right about him having wandered off. Excuse me. I guess you're gonna have to fetch him back here to do his job. Look at the tools. Well, tool singular. There's a shovel here. Since you already have a shovel, you leave it alone. It's not like you'd be able to dig twice as fast. Look under the chair. Like all chairs owned by one guy, it has years worth of lint and food crumbs underneath it. Gross. You continue to poke around in the shed. It's covered with old paint-splattered newspapers and features a large collection of tiny jars of paint, as well as a jar of fine-tipped brushes, a can of thinner, and a stack of history books. Curious. Military Reenactment Enthusiasts Society. Apparently they meet regularly at Fort Memoriam. Maybe that's where the caretaker went. Eternal Flame. Caution, do not touch the Eternal Flame. This goblin is roasting a weenie over the Eternal Flame. I am pretty sure you're not supposed to do that. No, it's good fire, not to wasting it. Gary ambles over and chats with the goblin. Both their attitudes toward the whole thing seem to be basically, hey, why not? Hey, they're asking if buying a weenie. Buy a bratwurst. Goblin bratwurst. That's useless to me and actually actively detrimental. Beyond this gate stands countless rows and columns of tombstones. Well, they're not actually countless. I've counted them, and there are 999 of them. You can visit any individual plot number if you like. Why didn't I... whatever. Yeah. Well, now I'm gonna fan hammer, and he's going to die. 4 skeleton bones. Okay. Let's come back here when we've got something to do with it. Spiders, or whatever you're freaking out about. They're on your head. Inside my head. No, just on top. Take the hat off. The man scrabbles frantically at the metal hat, and a bright blue flash momentarily blinds you. When your vision clears, the man is lying still with his eyes rolled all the way up in his head. Eesh, poor guy. Poor human. Such a bad brains to having. Crazy electric helmet. This hat has all kinds of crazy wires and stuff sticking out of it, and it constantly zaps you with electricity while you're wearing it. The saloon. Huh. All the buildings in this little town are weirdly hazy and translucent. Like, oh, ghosts. It's a literal ghost town. Alright, fair enough. Your fist makes a distant echoey plap sound on a sable door, and a ghostly voice comes out of nowhere. Go away. Excuse me, but you aren't authorized. Shoo. Well, that's rude. Your fist makes a distant echoey plap sound on the barroom door, and a ghostly voice comes out of nowhere. Howdy there, fella. New in town? Yeah, I was wondering if Sorry, I can't do business with you until you have a visitor identification card. I ain't supposed to even talk to you, really. Okay, where do I get one? Try the town hall, down the end of the street. Okay. Someone's mounted a pencil sharpener on one of the balcony posts for some reason. The ghostly jailhouse seems to be stacked up with boxes of old papers. You don't see any ghost criminals, but usually there isn't anything longer than a life sentence anyway. We're closed. Excuse me, but closed, I said. No visitor ID, no sale. Yeah. Ah, a visitor. You'll be needing a visitor identification card. I guess so. I'll be happy to fill in the forms. Most living people have trouble holding the pages. You'll be needing a number 3 pencil. If you're filling in the form, can't you just use your own pencil? I will be, but the instructions say very clearly that the applicant must have a number 3 pencil. A number 3 pencil? Isn't a number 2 pencil the usual kind? I suppose, but a number 3 pencil is 50% more official. Well, okay, where can I get one? Okay. Yep. I'll just sharpen the pencil that I have. Oh, I don't have any pencils. Hello? The general store won't give me a pencil without a visitor ID. No, certainly not. They are also authorized to deal with anyone who doesn't have an ID. So how am I supposed to get a number 3 pencil? I suppose I could issue you a temporary visitor permit. You don't need a pencil for that one. What's your last name? Maynard. First name? J. Middle name? Nice. Great. Where are you from, J. Nice Maynard? A little farm outside of Boring Springs. Boring Springs? Never heard of it. What's it like? Boring, just like it says on the label. That's nice. Alright, how many bars are on the window of the Adjunct Department of Records? What? It's a quiz to make sure you've actually been paying attention, to care about our little town instead of just breezing through, to show your dedication. 6? Correct. Alright, everything seems to be in order. Here's your temporary visitor pass. Thanks, it expires in 11... Okay. Okay, cool. What? That was not 11 seconds. Maybe there's somewhere else I can find a pencil around here. I'm gonna wander, because Ghostwood is useless. Alexandria Ranch. Angry cows. That might deal a lot of damage to these things. Smoldering leather. A heap of smoldering books. The books are wrecked. The volumes are ruined. The tomes are kaput. A mostly destroyed bookshelf. Modern snake oiler. That's me. Strong medicine. A combat skill that temporarily increases your stats. Big spleen. A perk that lets you consume more potions in a day. Or bad medicine. I'll learn big spleen. And continue wandering. Transponder beeps, indicating a spot on the horizon. You spur Abner towards it to investigate and find a well, just a well. Curious abandoned well. Damned well stopped to investigate it. I don't have any rope. Let's go to Dirtwater. Dirtwater Mercantile. None of this is rope. This guy looks like he's in a lot of pain. You okay, buddy? I'm pretty sure my leg is broken, so no. What happened? Traffic accident? No, it just sort of broke all of a sudden. I guess I don't get enough vitamins or whatever. Good nutrition can be difficult in this day and age. I'm gonna need some medicine for this. Can you help me? Sure. Thank you. There's a mission up north. The nuns there run a little hospital and sell medical supplies. Can you get me some broken leg pills? Yep. No, there's no store there. Oh yeah. This guy doesn't sell rope either. There's still a bunch of vacant lots. I think I have oil for the house in the desert at this point, though. I hope so. Oil the hinges. Lock them in. Arrest them. Okay, fellas, the jig is up. A muffled voice says, "The law, get 'em, boys." And then, "Tarnation, we're locked in. Toss out your weapons." A bandit pistol, and the Desert Gang's 6-gun. Toss out your weapons and I won't arrest you. You hear a quiet but heated discussion inside. Eventually a voice says, "Alright," and some pistols fall out the window. "Just kidding, I'm still going to arrest you." "Ah, dang it. That's the house in the Desert Gang, alright. All except for the house, that is. Did it get away?" "What? Was I supposed to..." No, I'm just messing with you. Here's a reward." And now the Dirtwater jail is fully populated, and I still don't have rope. How am I meant to get rope anyhow? The buttery biscuit. Well, well, looks like some poor son of a biscuit wandered into town. Howdy, cake sucker. Wow, geez, rude and baffling. Get used to it. We like our custom here in Breadwood. Sure, fine, but cake sucker? We also like our breads and bread-related products, so I've noticed. Ask about the guy washing dishes. That muffin lover ran up a tab he couldn't pay off, so now he gets to wash dishes. Some of them dishes I've been saving for just such an occasion. How much does he owe? $150. I'll pay it. You're even dumber than I assumed, but whatever. You can tell him he's free yourself. Alright. Hey, I paid off your tab. You're free? Huh? What'd you do a thing like that for? I was just feeling charitable, I guess. Well, thanks, but I don't know how to do pretty much nothing except washing dishes. Nothing at all. Well, I can also wash clothes, and I can play the washboard. That's pretty much it, though. Send in the Dirtwater. Well, there's plenty of job opportunities open up at Dirtwater. Why don't you try your luck out there? Well, alright. It's worth a shot. Thanks, pal. What are these guys up to? The man with the black hat has a huge pile of meat in front of him. The man with the white hat looks broke and sad. What you playing, fellas? Pharaoh. But I wouldn't say we're playing. I'd say we did play until the cowpoke ran out of money. The man in the white hat grumbles. How does it work? It's easy. You bet 50 meat, and then you name as many pharaohs as you can. Each time you name one, I give you 20 meat. Wait, what? If those are the rules, how did this guy lose all of his meat to you? He's real bad at it. I'll give you a try. Tooth in common. Well, everybody knows that one. What else you got? Uh-oh. You don't actually know the names of any more pharaohs. Maybe you can get away with just making some up. Oh, I got one. A memocat. Hetemensis. Nambekpatra. Jetasaminum. Some Mempoptumser. Then on Dumupsup. A long one. That's all I got. The man in the white hat scowls. Table's closed. Get lost. That sure was some money. Yo, Dickerin. I don't have the money for Dickerin. I do have the money for a length of rope, though. That's pretty cool. Shootenanny. Shootenanny is a good one. You read the essay and really take its lesson to heart. You fire wildly into the air until it feels like second nature. Unfortunately, it looks like several of your stray shots hit the magazine, and it's pretty much a Swiss magazine about cheese at this point. Cool. Where was the other place I needed rope? It was a mine, wasn't it? It was Coleridge, wasn't it? Surely. I hit them. Right, this is the one about the triangles that I needed a rope for. Curly's compass. You want to start looking at the spiral right now. Black fluid oozes from the vein. A scabrous mass sits below it on the floor. Take the fluid. The spiral makes you uncomfortable. You run up to the shoulder when you feel it, a beating heart. Okay, it's not actually anything. Looking at this spiral makes you feel queasy. Oof, looks like this guy should have picked better friends. Looks like this cave is just free stuff. This cart looks like it's only partially real. Loot it anyway. I'd say that was a good use of that rope. Curly's compass. This was Curly Butterfield's compass, but that dude must have always been lost because this thing points every which way but north. The compass needle is pointing generally northwestish. Still pointing that way? Yes. Make like some different trees and leave. East, northeast. Destroyed. A wispy tablet little bit of infernal cow spirit just hanging out on this side of the pail going poo poo. Destroy it. 10 XP. Nice. The compass needle is pointing straight north, and if you pace back and forth a little bit, you can actually see it move. It's very close. There's nothing north of the ranch but woods. Do you want to follow the compass into them? Yes. Oh, aspens. I need 50 muscle to deal with this. How do I get 50 muscle? guess by going to sleep. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Silver bullet and hardtack. Quicker just to go up here. You go to sleep. You dream that you're having a strange conversation with Abner on a circus carousel, and then you get in a fist fight with the Grim Reaper. You wake up drenched in sweat. You wake up refreshed and restored, and hungry and sober. Day 3. I think it's gonna have to be tainted beefsteak. Oh wait. No. Best not. I'll just eat that. And what's that put my muscle at? 31. That's not high enough. Maybe I could change into some more muscular clothing. Okay, what's that got me at? 40. I need 10 more strength. 10 more muscle. How do I get 10 more muscle? Let's go to Fort Memoriam for now. Maybe I'll find some muscle-y potions. What's this guy got to say? Old Granddad. Hellstrom Ranch. Not many people would walk around in a cow hat in this day and age. Not to imply they were ever in fashion or anything. Hi, I'm Jay. Hey, I'm Melvin. Are you the cemetery caretaker? Nope, I think Jeff said something about having a day job. It hasn't been that day for like 2 weeks though, haha. What's with the hat? We're doing historical reenactments. You're playing a tabletop war game. Well, okay, sure, but a historical one. Anyway, we only switched to this after we quit doing real reenactments. Why'd you quit? It was too much exercise. Also, somebody kept refusing to lie down when he got killed. You missed. What's this game you're playing? Oh, you probably aren't familiar with this type of board game. It's a very specialized form of entertainment. What I mean is, you seem to be doing Flintlock 4000 rules, but my brother's set didn't have cows. Oh, well, yeah, we had to mod them in ourselves. Cool, huh? Can I play? Well, the rules are pretty complex. I don't think the others will want to stop to play a teaching game. I already know it. My brother used to bug me to play him all the time so he could test his strategies. Great, yeah, we're sure to play around the cow side. Step up to the table and grab some dice. Okay. Are you the cemetery caretaker? Yeah, that's me. Did one of the other guys tell you? I try to keep it hush because people assume you're a weirdo if you work in a graveyard. I'm actually here to tell you to get back to work because skeletons are wandering out of the place and causing trouble for the neighbors. Ah, nuts. Alright, well look, I'm on a real winning streak here. I'll go back once it's over, okay? I'll leave him alone for now. I'll play this game. I'll play the Battle of Cow Ridge 1889. I got the jump on him. 15, 5, and 15. I will utterly destroy an army grunt. Oh, I'm completely protected by this wall of beef. Nice, play another one. Battle of Medley, 1887. 15, 10, 10, 10, 5. I think best to start by killing that guy. Yikes. Let's try that one again. Utterly destroy this one. Oh, come on. Alright, that's enough. You. Get to work. Now's the time to leave while you're winning. How do you figure? Attitude is important. If you feel like a winner, you play like a winner, right? If you wait until you've lost to leave, you'll go home feeling like a loser. Go home a winner, soak in that sweet satisfaction of victory. Then you'll be ready to do it again next time. Huh, you know, that makes a lot of sense. Hey guys, I'm heading out. I'll be back to kick your butts again next week. The others jeer and make dismissive gestures as he leaves. Barracks. I don't have enough mysticality to study these books. Kurzfit pants. Yo, that's plus muscle. That's 7 of the 10 that I need. The liquid in this platoon is bright yellow. I feel like that's all that needs to be said about it. Look closer. I'll never understand you. Alright, well, you crouch down next to this platoon. For the nauseatingly sweet stench coming off of it, it appears that these nerds haven't been using it as a makeshift urinal as you may have suspected, but rather they're using bright yellow lemon-lime soda-flavored chewing tobacco. Unless? Well, another possibility is that they have been using it as a urinal, and they're all extremely diabetic, which, now I think about it, is a real possibility. In fact, it is probable that both of these things are true. Search it. Really? You're going to put your hand in the nerd's piss and or spit bucket. Just gonna dive right in there, huh? Just gonna splish splash around in that sticky yellow broth of spit and pee with no restraint whatsoever? I sure am. With a fanfare of sad trombones and a choir of angels retching, a sword rises out of the platoon, held aloft by a wet, bedraggled, and miserable-looking woman's arm. Since you're already kneeling, the arm wastes no time before tapping you on both shoulders with the sword, splashing her clothes with yellow slime, and officially declaring you J. Maynard, King of Filth. Congratulations! The sword clatters on the floor as the hand drops it with a shudder and withdraws into the platoon. That's a lot of damage. Yo! That brings me up to the what I need to, you know, the muscle I need to to move boulders. Look under it. You lift up the corner of the entire can. There's some kind of machine buried underneath it. Curly's autogyrotheodolite. You get the sense you don't need Curly's compass anymore, so you bury it under the can. The engraving on this machine says it was manufactured in January of 1995. Must be a typo, an engravo. This machine looks complicated. Its main feature is a column of 4 little lights. Right now, there's a label on the back that says maximum effective depth 4 kilometers. Maybe it's supposed to be used at a mine or in a cave. Also, what's a meter? That's the question. 4.0 thousand meters. Let's go into Coal Ridge Mine. That's a deep mine. Okay. So that's for something specific, I guess. Let's go to Roy Bean's house. No more mushrooms, no more yogurt, no more exploring my inner consciousness while running in place. I'm gonna kill something, kill it and eat it. As the guy charges at you, you jump to one side at the last second and stick out your foot, tripping him. He bonks his head on a tree root, knocking himself unconscious. Whew. House of Justice and Jelly Beans. Master of Flushing. +3 muscle. Nice. There's a single yellow jelly bean in this case with a sign that says Paraguayan murder bee honey jelly bean. Very rare, 6,000 meat. What kind of lunatic would pay 6,000 meat for a single jelly bean? Not this kind, that's for sure. Howdy there, Pilgrim. Name's Roy Bean. Howdy, Roy. I'm Jay Maynard. What do you do here? Well, when I first came to these parts, I was all about 2 things. Dispensing justice and dispensing jelly beans. I was the biggest name in bounty hunting and candy selling anyone ever heard of. Gosh, what happened? Oh, nothing particularly tragic. Got old is all. Hung up my pistol for good. He's pointing at an empty hook on the wall over his spittoon. I still sell some jelly beans from time to time, but they're out of fashion. This whole place is just a jelly bean museum now. Seems like the sign out front isn't very accurate then. How do you mean? Well, if you aren't dispensing justice anymore, maybe you should just say museum. Ask about jelly beans. For a jelly bean museum, I sure don't see very many jelly beans. Huh. Bunch of crooks and shady characters stole them. All 3 jars. Suppose they think I'm a soft target now that I'm retired. Oh, that sucks. I'll help you get them back. Well, now, I certainly appreciate the assistance. Can't offer much in the way of reward, but I can tell you which way the first group of thieves went if you happen out that direction. Jelly Bean Thieves Hideout. Let's do that later. I want to look at Old Granddad. Old Granddad. Look at the size of that thing. The guard blocks your path. Hey, hi, no climbing for humans. Talk to them. What if wanting to climb? Hi, but no, that is much sadness. Here, giving leftovers from lunch if going away. Much thanking. Oh, look, old Granddad. What? Your granddad? Where? No, the really big cactus over there. A famous goblin place, named Old Granddad. But goblins aren't related to cactuses, an honorary type. Come on. I want to go up Old Granddad. I guess we'll go to the actually military cemetery. Let's see if the guy's actually there. The caretaker is sleeping off all that wargame adrenaline. It's probably best not to bother him. Okay. Yo. Have ye rope for sale? No. But ye have got safe kraken. Alright, safe kraken. When you're done reading it, you lock it up in a safe that turns out to be slightly too difficult for you to crack, so it's gone forever. Dang. I can crack safes now. Let's go into these trees. Hold it right there. Give me your dough. Or else. No. Or else you'll give me your wallet and leave peacefully? Okay, I'll go with that one. I mean, that is the standard or else around here. We wouldn't want to buck tradition. He looks deeply puzzled, but gives you his wallet and leave. Shockweed extract. Huh, this thing has a lot of armor apparently. That's fine though. Whoa. Where'd this thing come from? There's some graffiti scratched into this machine next to a single big button. The machine emits a harsh buzz, but nothing else. Best to come back when I know more of the language. Still not selling any rope. Alright, I guess it's time to go back to the Lost Dutch Oven Mine. How much do I have currently? 9. Let's try 20? Yeah, I think 20. Dang it. Oops, all circles. Keystone. Keystone's alright, I guess. That's much nicer. Four scraps. That leaves me with 18. Just a couple of easy fights. And we go back to the professor's house. Make 2 batteries. Put one of them in Humming Cave, because I'm pretty sure there was something in Humming Cave. Hello, many hello to you, good human. Are you two having interest in a fine example of goblin jewelry craft? You look over the display of jewelry, which in usual goblin fashion is cobbled together from bits of scavenged material. They're shiny materials, though, and charming in an outsider art kind of way. Did you yourself these to making? Oh no, my skill is to selling only. These I am buying from goblin artisans, and the savings to passing along to you, a customer. Examine the merchandise. Elegant ring. Yeah, there was a monolith in here. I remembered correctly. You insert the battery into the monolith and it springs to life. Everything goes blue for a second. System and detected. Those are pretty good ones, I feel like. And where's the other thing I was recently at? Curious cops. Lasso that sucker. The monolith is dark. Primary, cannon, and machine. Something toilet system. Okay. Something was detected. East. East. Okay. I still don't know enough of this language to mess with that. Let's go to the Fort of Darkness. Let's go to Kellogg Ranch instead. Main building. Rules. According to this scale, you weigh 15 decagrams. You don't know how to use the scale correctly. Years worth of height and weight recordings for the ranch's customers. It is the most boring book you've ever read in its entirety. 5 millimeters and 8 parasangs tall. You don't know how to use this ruler correctly. Kellogg's office. Ape skeleton. A grotesque anatomical chart. They've got the spleen mixed up with the liver. You grab a pen and make a few corrections. Books. Whoa, hello. So you're a ghost, huh? Yes, it does appear so, and alas, without me here to instruct them in my regimen of purity, all my patients have fled. That's probably not exactly why. They're likely out ravaging the countryside in their own bodies. One cannot have purity of the soul without purity of the body, you know. What's this whole purity kick about, anyway? My threefold path to the elimination of corrupting influences. Would you like to hear about it? Sure. Purity of the glands. One must rid oneself of all romantic and sexual desires and cease any self-polluting activities. Like what? Smoking cigars? Well, yes, but I'm speaking more of, nighttime activities. Alone? What? Anyway, that's the first step. Okay, what's the second step? The second step is purity of guts. This is accomplished through frequent cold water enemas, yikes, and a consumption of wholesome and nutritious grain flakes, manufactured through my personal scientifically developed recipe. What makes them any different from other breakfast cereals? Did you not hear me? The recipe is scientifically developed. Alright, what's the third step then? The final step is purity of muscles. I've developed an extensive exercise regimen, featuring several workout machines that I've invented myself. Neat, and all this to get together. What was it? My regimen eliminates corrupting influences from the body, thus purifying the body, mind, and soul. Well, that sounds like a good result to shoot for, and it works. Certainly it does. Why, just look at me. You're dead. Only coincidentally. Dormitory. Keep calm and enjoy nothing. There's a skeleton in this bed, and it's wearing weird metal pants. Take them. What is... Oh. Okay. I'm never putting those on. I'm probably going to sell them. It's a locker, and it is not unexpectedly locked. There's a scrap of paper under the pillow. Supposed to achieve purity of glands, but I can't stand sleeping in those metal pants. They're so noisy, especially when I... Bed is covered in bones. Empty. I need lockpicking 3. What do you know? I've got lockpicking 3. Grain flakes recipe. Sugared pork balls. Peppermint drops. Kellogg Ranch workout regimen. The only thing inside them is a dusty old diary, giving them hot secrets. The diary of something Smith. The first name is worn away, but you can tell it was longer than 7 letters. Sadly, the contents are particularly juicy. The author joined Kellogg's health program because she'd had several relatives with poor health and wanted to preserve her own. She found the ranch to be pretty boring, but appreciated that the lack of anything much else to do gave her plenty of time to spend knitting, which was her favorite hobby. The last entry mentions Kellogg's death, rumored but unconfirmed to be due to a brain aneurysm caused by outrage at hearing a dirty joke, and that the author was returning home. Guess she forgot the diary when she left. Not particularly hot after all. Nice! Enough needles almost to pay for this entire row of lockers. Laudanum. What's laudanum do? Armor. Curse fit headband and more curse fit pants. Keep calm and enjoy nothing. It's a combination grain sifter, flour mill, who knows what. Its grain hoppers are currently empty. The label on this thing says dough press. This is a large oven, but it doesn't have a door, just a wide slot. Purity is the best sauce. Yum. Gymnasium. Your body is still wrong. It's the Stretch Master 4000. Insert your limbs. You strap yourself into the machine and allow it to inflict some warm-up stretches on you. Keep going. The machine pulls too hard, which promptly yanks one of your shoulders out of its socket. Ow, ow, ow. It's the lung reflex. Suck in the blast hole. You've had enough exercise for now. This place is terrible. It's the vibromatic skeletal agitator. No way, you're done with these stupid machines, at least for a while. Barn door. Unlimited grain. You know where to find an effectively infinite supply of grain. The grain at Kellogg's Ranch is at your disposal. Wow. Bag of mixed grain. Lots of fertilizer. Wait, what's this? Shroom grow. Nice. Mixed grain. Do some cooking. Okay. Let's look at the recipe. 4 parts barley, 1 part oats, 3 parts spelt. Multigrain dough. Pressed to 91 psi. Press the dough and go. Press the yellow button. Flatten multigrain dough. Eight minutes at 640 degrees. 640. 8 minutes. Kellogg grain flakes. Purifies your guts. I think I know what that does. That'll pretty much clear out my stomach, liver, and spleen. This is a bowl of pressed grain flakes that you baked according to Kellogg's recipe. Normally you'd be proud of yourself for doing something like that, but these look like they probably taste pretty bad. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do now is go back home to Dirtwater and sleep. You dream that you're looking into a mirror while fleeing from a cat, but then you go out drinking with a cute little bunny. You jolt awake in a panic. Just a moment, chat. There we go. You wake up refreshed and restored and hungry and sober. Day 4. Let's head back over there. There's a skeleton out here in the desert. That's not very strange because people die all the time in the desert. This skeleton, though, is doing arm curls with a pair of iron dumbbells. She doesn't have any muscles, but somehow her bones are extremely ripped and or swole. That doesn't even begin to make sense. Whoa, buddy, that's some real nice bone growth. I can see you've been drinking your milk, but you know what you need? Protein. You can't build muscle without protein. And fortunately for you, I happen to have a very reasonably priced sample of a new instant protein shake right here in my pack. You turn away from the skeleton and fish an empty bottle out of your pack and scoop some sand into it out of her view. Just add water, and that's like 10,000% of your protein needs, plus all the silicon you could ever want, in one delicious shake. Do you have anything to trade? The skeleton happily swaps her boots for the bottle and runs off looking for some water. Excellent. Alright. Stretch 2, stretch 3. Did that... Did that not do it? Okay, I guess that's that. I guess it was completely meaningless. Let's go to the... Hello! I'm soldiering. I'll have Gary deal with this. Army Field Trauma Kit. Not bad. Fort of Darkness. All of these cannons have flowers stuck in the barrels. I need to get my foraging up. I think that ought to be what I do next, is forage in 3. This young lady is dressed in fancy, expensive traveling clothes, though hardware has made them dirty and ragged. Also, her pupils are about the size of teacups. Wow, hi, a new face. My name's, one sec. Irene. She giggles. Everyone here just calls me Mushroom, so I forget sometimes. Howdy, Irene. I'm Jay. What's your story? Oh, not much to tell. I was hitchhiking to Frisco a few months back, but I stopped here and never got around to continuing, you know? We're like a big, happy family here, and everyone's so nice and appreciative of how I know so much about mushrooms. Mushrooms? Uh-huh, they're good for all kinds of things, if you know which ones to pick. If you want, I can sell you a few of my favorites. I have a spare pair of mushroom pliers, too, if you want to pick your own. I don't have enough money for that. Hi there, these are some pretty cool boots you've made. Are they for sale? Huh. Oh, no? I mean, I'd like to sell them to you, but they aren't mine. You didn't make them? It's funny how everyone assumes that, but no, these are all made by elves. Elves? Yeah, man, like little elf guys. They're hard to see, like just out of the corner of your eye, you know? But I'll be just kind of standing here and just kind of, and then I'm like, oh hey, got another pair of boots in my hands. Guess the elves made some more boots. Huh. Haven't made a pair of boots myself in, I don't know, like a year? Years? Something. These elves keep making them though. I don't know why. Weird. You should open up a boot store, huh? A store to sell your boots in. They're not mine though. They're... Right, the elves. But the elves can't be making them just for fun, right? I think they're making them so you can sell them. Huh, yeah, that makes sense. There's a town called Dirtwater. You could open up a really nice shop there. That's a pretty long trip. Ha. But like it'd be dangerous. I'd be worrying the elves wouldn't make it, you know? I'll let you know if I think of anything. Try. Everyone in here is high as hell. And I don't feel like dealing with it right now. Let's go to Hellstrom Ranch. Let's hornswoggle this skeleton. You know, judging from the apparent ages of your bones, I'd say it's pretty likely that the guy your skeleton is from is related to, or at least an associate of, the person who killed the buffalo your skull is from. In fact, it's possible that it could be the same person. How do you feel about that? The skeleton stares at you for a few more seconds, then looks at her hand, then attempts to bite the hand off. You stroll away as she attempts to wrestle herself to the ground. Nice. Love that stuff. This ranch is destroyed. They must have had a real barn burner of a party here. Bringing this will attract the attention of at least one infernal cow. It's a portal to hell, you hear ominous mooing. The only part of the shed that didn't burn was the part that this horseshoe was attached to. Guess it really is good luck. What's that do? +6 pistol attack damage? If I put it in my offhand? I am unstoppable. Anyway, I guess that's where we could farm cows, so to speak. Go to hell, cactus. Go to hell, scorpion. Go to hell, rock. Hee ha ha ha. You hear gunshots and someone shouting nearby and decide to investigate. This instinct is basically what separates an adventurer from a sane person. You find a bandit in scorched and blackened clothes, wildly firing his pistol at the scenery. Everything he shoots somehow bursts into flames. Looks like we've got a real character here. Yes, wow. Just send a little scenery to the cow lords below. How about I send you too? You'll make a fine and dandy pet for my master. I'll give him a message. Yeah, listen, bud. You send all these rocks and cactus and capture the cow lords. That's why I'm here. I'm a messenger. Oh, you don't say. Let's hear you prove it. Moo. Huh. Well, that checks out all right. What's the message? They said to knock it off. We've Got plenty of rocks and cactuses and stuff in hell already. Well, dang, hope I didn't make him mad or nothing. Is it customary to tip messengers from hell? Yes, it is. Money. The jelly bean thieves. Don't know who you think you are, stranger, but you better turn yourself right around and head back the way you came unless you want to eat lead. Well, that's not very neighborly. Take a hike, neighbor. You fellows stole a jar of jelly beans from an old man, and I aim to have them back. Oh, is that right? And how are you planning on doing that? With words. Listen, fellows, you stole a jar of candy from an old man. This is such a small, petty, sad little crime, it barely even qualifies as a crime. If this ends up on a wanted poster, you're going to be the laughingstock of the criminal community. More importantly, what would your mothers think? I'm giving you a chance to turn away from this life of crime before it's too late, and I suggest you take it, because I'm pretty sure this is not a life you're suited to. The bandits hang their heads and shamefully and shuffle away. Good. Yo, I'm at Forage in 3. Grab them. Mint jelly beans. Sugar guns and Vienna blood sausages. So much stuff in here. Alright, let's head back to Roy Bean. Actually, let's go to Madness My Mind. You want one of us? Be gone from this place, interloper. Now you know something bad is going down. Nobody good uses the word interloper. Hold still just a second. I want to put this thing on your head. Huh, what? Oh geez, what happened? I feel like I overslept, but like for a whole week. Blah. So what's going on in this mine? Mine? What are you talking about? Look, I need to go find an aspirin. See you later. She wanders off into the desert. I guess that's the headband gone. Loco weed. What's that even do? 2 action points when used in combat. Nice. Hello there, fellow cultist. What? Go away. Well, that's not very friendly. This isn't a knitting circle. Where's your mask anyway? Okay, fine. I'll put my mask on. That I do have. Occultist ignores me. Occultist ignores me. You want this to... Okay. What about the cultist, though? Ignores me. The cultist ignores me. Okay, hold on. I want to talk to this one. Hi, why is your mask different? Because I'm the leader of the cell? How can you be down here and not know that? Look, I passed 7 different guys to get here. Obviously, if I weren't meant to be here, that would be impossible. So who's this master everyone's talking about? Our great Dark Master Roberto. Are you sure you're supposed to be down here? Sure, it's fine. Put that mask back on. These spirals are upsetting. It says, Dear Jeff, the big guy says to stay out of here. Praise be Roberto, sincerely, Jeff. That is my mind. Your El Vibrato transponder goes crazy when you get near these rocks. Let's put on my real hat first. Your deft picking reveals a ladder leading downward. Ugh. I don't know what these words mean. I do have another cylinder, though. And some punch cards. Some scraps. And literally nothing else. Okay.